Thank you for clicking on this video. Enjoy!
A little bit less once we get in for you guys. Okay, could probably be a smidge lower for you guys. Let's fix that real quick. There you go, that's better. That is better. Alright. Huh? I thought there was more stuff in the drawer yesterday. Am I misremembering things? Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. I guess I should check my phone. Como da chill. Let's see. Who's new? No one's new? You want to go to my coffee shop? I wish I had a coffee shop. Okay, why is it not? Oh, because it's the stories. I forgot that there were stories. Alright, Lucas. Last night was wild. Ever had a night like that? And right, we can give them likes. Okay. Rachel says, I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. I agree. Everyone, go take a rest. Why are you here? Riona, normal schedule. Lucas, dinner with my team. Cool. Gala and Hyde. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. But thank you everyone for hanging out as usual. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Don. Since a Galahad can soothe your Fury, maybe it would work pre-Fury as well? Maybe, but I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine, and maybe blue? Okay, so what was in the Galahad? I think it was ginger... It's tea, milk, and ginger, so you probably want this milk and ginger then? Oh no, that's cinnamon. Ginger's over here. Ginger. There we go. Apple, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be streaming for much longer so I can raid you later because you're a night streamer? Cat this here, I guess? We'll go with Cat. Cat, thank you for coming in with the raid. How are you doing? Hello, raiders. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing alright. Apple raid, yay! Everyone, if you have not checked out Apple, please do. Apple usually streams at really abnormal hours for me. It's normally at like 2-3 a.m. is when Apple streams for me. But if you guys have not checked out Apple, please do. Apple's amazing. Good friendo. How are you doing? How is stream? How is Fortnite? I had you on lurk before I started. Doing really well. How are things this fine evening? This fine evening is going good, thank you. Getting adjusted to the new time, I guess, since time fell back. But not on Sundays, you do anime, so you have to play stuff earlier. Oh, that's fair. That's fair, Apple. That's fair. Gotta accommodate the schedule. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I saw you and I was like, oh, I have to go show Nerp some love because they've shown us a lot of love. Whenever I can, Apple, honestly. Whenever I can. You tend to stream a little bit later than I normally end at. So not always, but I try. I try. Whenever I can. Really, I can say hi. But hopefully your stream was good. And in that case, what anime are we watching tonight? Anything in specific? Alright, let's brew this blue Galahad, I guess? Gala tea. The fort was going well, just testing the new season. I was mostly doing some Overwatch comp earlier, which was cool. Nice. Nice. I played a lot of Overwatch when it first came out, and then I'd never touched it again because none of my friends played it. Oh well. Alright, serve it. Here you go. A Gala tea for you. That's gonna tell us that we made a new drink. And then this is, let's say that we improved our relationship with Gala. Yep, 2 smiles instead of 1, so more details. He works at the hospital, which we know because we've been working through these games for a little bit now. The first and then the second one, so we kind of know a little bit of their backstories. Tonight we're gonna keep watching Don Machi. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the... Oh my god. Of course. Who wouldn't want to pick up girls in the dungeon? Come on. I'm too into comp to drop it, plus the amount of skins you have won't let you. Fair. Fair enough. I kind of feel the same way with the League of Legends, personally. I don't play as much as I used to, but definitely still play from time to time. We've dropped quite a bit of money onto it. Yeah. Catch that Dreepy. You got this. Even though you don't need it. Get the shiny chance. Here you go. I got a tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Don? No. It takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. It's not what you think it is, Nerps. It's an adventure romance anime. I mean, I figured that much at the very least. I figured that much. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Don, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. But most importantly, it's not for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And hide, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please, help me, help him, Don. I'm at my wit's end. Trick A and B tier Pokemon might be under the costumes now. Oh no. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, Dawn. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention it like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind, then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief? Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. So campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months. That's fair. Fashion changes so quickly nowadays. And I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? I can kind of understand that. Like, trending topics change so much nowadays that it's like, huh. Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. Fast fashion is terrible and you're honest. I'm assuming you meant opinion. You understand seasonal stuff, but it changes every week as I know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Not only for the fashion models, although I suppose in a sense for the fashion models, it keeps them in a job, I guess, in a constant job. Not a, like, you always have something on the go to do. But like with how everything trending changes so quickly now, it's like, oof. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. I figured that's what you meant. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. Very true. Very, very true. So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? You're thinking both in your opinion, and to be honest, you just put it together. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That's fine. I was just like, reading it, I was like, missing honest opinion, probably? So at least I can read and infer what you meant. It's all good. Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Right. I kind of get that. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Dawn? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you give Ibicus another shot? I'll give you a hint. Make it very, very spicy Ibicus. So you want Ibicus. You want very spicy? What's constitute spicy here? It's probably either going to be ginger or cinnamon. Just really constitutes what you feel is spicy, I guess. Like, it doesn't have a spicy meter, so you're like, huh. Who goes there? I should have seen that one coming. Though, to be fair, I thought the Apple raid 12 minutes ago was gonna be Magma.
Hey.
Magma, how are you? Welcome in, Raiders. You'll never see it coming. The only reason I was confused is because Apple was raiding earlier, and I was like, oh, that's probably Magma, until I saw the name. We were playing Dokapon. I know, I was lurking. I was lurking before I started stream. How is Dokapon? Dirksapon?
Oh my god!
Are we being dorks now? Is that what's going on? How is everyone doing tonight? Hi Jess, hi Magma, hi Scott. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all doing good. Thank you for the raid. I forgot to do this with Apple earlier, but for you guys that don't know me, I'm Nerapi, creator streamer on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. On Sundays, currently, it's either we're playing Coffee Talk 2. We're a little bit into the game at this point. I don't remember how far into the game, but we're a little bit into the game. And then every other second Sunday, we're currently playing games with TIC, the International Council, which is a stream team that I am a part of. We play, honestly, a variety of games. Tuesdays, we're usually playing Persona 5 Royal, usually cosplaying as Panther from that same game. And then lastly, on Thursdays, we are finally returning to Crosscode. Or at least that's the plan. But welcome in. Procrastination is real tonight? How come? Got a magnet to the lead you had before the great fouling. What do you mean the great fouling? What do you mean very, great fouling? What does that even mean? Okay, so what he wants is, Ibicus Ginger. Ibicus Ginger. I guess ginger is considered more spicy than cinnamon? I don't know. I don't know cooking. When chicken went darkling, you call it the foul. Oh my god. You know what? Fair. Very, very fair. Just seem to have analysis paralysis on all the things you need to do. That's when you make a list and you tackle the ones that you feel are more easily doable, I guess, and then get to the harder task. Or if you want to start with the harder task, you can do that too. I know some people like to get the hard stuff out of the way first. Sleepy, go sleep. You don't have to be here. I don't know why even a single person of you is here. I don't get it. But, yeah. Alright, let's brew this. Because ginger. Which is Zobo. Because we love you. I mean, I love you too. But you don't have to be here. Because we like you. Well, I like you all too. I like you all too. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. What the said. You can go with either Tiger, Jess. I like to go with Grandma personally, but that's because of weird Twitch family tree that we've been building, to be honest. You don't know if I'd take love? Of course I'd take love. We like love. I give love. Why would I not like to receive love? Come on. Tiger or Jess is good. Yeah. Alright, serve it. And here's one Zobo for you. Let's see. Jess or... Oh, Jess. Hi, Jess. Yes. That's right, you deserve the love, Nerpy, you beautiful soul, you white thing. I appreciate it. Got you, Tiger homie. Oh my god. Of course, Apple. Oh, if you guys have not checked out Apple, by the way, please do. Apple rated us 16 minutes ago as well. And everyone check out... Honestly, pretty much everyone in chat is a streamer. Check each other out if you want to. Like, honestly, you're all amazing in your own way. Say hi. Make friends. That's all I gotta say here. You do know me well, Don. Oh, so I take it this works for you? This is a perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger supply. So, you knew I couldn't get it right that time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. I see you've had your fun, but you still lost your bet, Hyde. Bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could definitely figure out the one Ibicus drink he likes. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. Aw. At a place of my choosing. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Oof. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Who else is joining us? Oh, Lua. Oh, hi, everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see? Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch. Weird. Is it stories? It is. Hey, guys, up! Thanks, Lucas. You picked the task? Good job! Did my silly advice help you? Did my silly advice? You gotta finish that video so it's not a tomorrow me problem. Do it! You got this! I believe in you. And what kind of video? It did? Good. Good. Glad it helped. I'm not a list person myself, but I know it helps a lot of people, so I was like, sure. It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me answer before I, order before I answer, if that's alright, Don? Of course, what would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. I'm trying to remember what she likes for drinks. She's kind of been all over the place, to be honest, I feel. Does the friends list? Votre âme est paysage choisi. Oui. No, it doesn't say. Alright, we'll go with... go with tea, I guess? I did say what video. Midsummer Night's Dream. That actually sounds delicious. Your review video still procrastinating on the short game series? You got this! And a review video of what, if you can say? If not, that's okay. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. And we got a 2 happy face, so. Que vos charmants masques et bergamasques, jouant du luth et dansant et quasi, tristes sous leur déguisement fantastique. Okay, that's a lot of very, very French words that even I'm like, huh? What? Oh my god. Chaprino is the Tribe 9 demo? Got it. Quoi, rather? Right? Que vos charmants masques, okay, a charming mask, a bergamasque. What the frick is a bergamasque? Jouant du luth. Luth, I'm assuming, is some kind of instrument? Et dansant et quasi. I'm not sure what the quasi would even mean there. I'm freaking French and I should be able to tell what these things say, and I'm like, huh? Triste sous leur déguisement fantastique. Okay, sad under their fantastic not outfits. Although that could work too, but I'm having a blank. Whatever. It's fine. I don't know French anymore. It's fine. Thanks, Dr. Don. Doctor? Wow. Oh, this is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company is trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Fair. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bai means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like. And I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally, if we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons, but things aren't that simple, are they? Emotions are complicated, I agree. That's true. Although I guess you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem, I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. This decision making at my job is taking a toll, for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though, but I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai, but the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns that they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. You probably just want a small wedding, Lua. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget. That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. But we've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, in a way to celebrate our partnership. Bai wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. True. That's something that we've noticed from them from the very first game. They always worry about everyone else and what those people want and not what they want together. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters. Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes? Right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. The way you can also take the budget out of the equation. Hyde's advice is sometimes rough, but it is always spot on, I feel. Like, he's literally saying here, who cares what everyone else wants out of your wedding? This is your wedding. Have it wherever you want, whatever you want. You want it in the fast food joint? Do it. Who cares? A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But, point well taken. It's just... my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No? Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Is Hyde gonna become a therapist? Called it. Maybe you should become a therapist? Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent, Wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lugged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience, something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we kinda got friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room, watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. That I can relate to, because I never liked photos or looking at myself in the mirror before. It's getting a little bit better. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. It was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. That's kind of sweet. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soapy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea. I think I have another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that? Who, me? No, the other vampires who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love that people chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' dramas and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Mrs. Lua. It's alright, I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Dawn. See you later. Good night, you two. Joltic escape. No! Here we go again. Last one sittings. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. Sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then, next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So, you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, families, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know the one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's giving me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute, when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Don, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? Do we have one more story to do before the end of the night? Guess where I am, cause sure as hell I don't know. Lucas, what are you doing? You were having dinner, then you're asking what's up, and then you don't know where you're at? What do you mean? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. We'll feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Don? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little bit in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I hope you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. And other stories. Riona to Lucas. Are you lost? What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Another day done. I did forget to turn that off. Give me a moment here. I'd forgotten to turn off our space heater. So that's done, I guess. The Evening Whispers. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Alvin burnout is real, and here's how to avoid it. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Ink, how are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing? Steins Gate. How are you enjoying Steins Gate? How have you been? It's been a bit. Hopefully you've been doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you? What have you been up to? Rachel, a girl always has her secrets. Top of the morning to y'all, hungover but feeling awesome. Myrtle. Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of Coffee Cat games is just staggering. I agree. No delivery today. We'll resume tomorrow. We might get to see Riona today. Good evening. And have you played these games, Ink? Officer, welcome. Hey, Don. How are you doing? Officer? Oh, sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, Don. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute. I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Chilling and vibing. How goes Coffee Talk? Coffee Talk's going good. Coffee Talk is going good. We're finally getting to continue the game, because we took a minor hiatus for it in October, because we were playing Resident Evil 2 instead, on Thursdays and Sundays, so now we're back. Have you played this series, Ink? Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared's caught a couple of blurry things. Seen a little bit of it, reminds me of Valhalla a bit. I haven't heard of Valhalla. Is that the same kind of game where you serve drinks? Or food? They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything, like rats or cats, but never fits what I've heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can werebeasts giggle? Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. Lucas, do you know why the satyr from France are more musical than ones from America? Because they have French horns. Story, not sorry. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. That one you serve in a bar? Nice! There's another one that came out. I had played the demo a while back, before we got into Coffee Talk. I'm having a blank on the actual name of it, though. What was it? Tavern Talk. Which is a little bit more D&D-esque. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Don, I've been working my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred as such. Oh, does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? But what have you been up to, Ink? Yes. Apparitions like... ghosts. Ghosts? Ghosts. I see. What do you mean, I see? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow? Bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be? Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well... Why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes, literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own... peccadillos? Fears, I'm assuming, is what that stands for? I've never heard that word. Peccadillos. Small, relatively unimportant offense or sin. Huh. Okay then. True that. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Dawn, but that's all I'm willing to share, for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpop was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. Ad time, I'm sorry. I do wish I could block raids. Like completely. Or not raids, sorry. Ads, my god, blank. Wish I could block ads, but we cannot. It is what it is, I suppose. Alright. Now that I'm not, mind you. I'm just, with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zenrock Garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zedness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? Tentacruel in chat if you guys want to catch it. I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, welcome back from ads. I'm sorry for the ads. Dawn, you've seen my letter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes? Not my bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. Huh. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome in. So, I did in fact not fix my sleep schedule. I figured when I saw you pop in. Which is why I said it could be useful to grab a little bit of sleep last night, especially with the time change. How are you doing, darling? Hopefully you're doing alright otherwise. I'm sorry you're having trouble. That's why you had a lot of stories about the craziest things. You're doing it? Okay, that's good. At the very least, that's good. Ah, I see. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Have you played the series? You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... Bourne Street. Uh-huh. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Need to be up at 7:30 for breakfast and school. Like we were talking last night, I do not miss having to wake up that early for school. I really don't. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Might just lurk today, and I appreciate just a lurk, Sam. Really, I do. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, Sammy. Because, again, it is late. You need sleep. We're back to being 4 hours behind each other. So it's like, what, 3 a.m. there? Go sleep. Go sleep. You need sleep before school. You have to wake up in like 4 hours. How are you all surviving with an hour of sleep? I don't get it. I really don't. Sleepy time? Yeah, sleepy time. Go sleep. Thank you for popping in, though. I appreciate it. Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Don. Everything is lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. You can survive on 4 hours minimum. Ugh. Blech. No, thank you. Uh-oh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right? Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone. You see? Right? Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. Tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right? And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, Don, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? But I've always thought you were pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff, because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep? Huh? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh? It is something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think? Maybe it'll ease your mind a bit? Huh, gotcha. But Dawn, even if the whole situation is, haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you going to make me anyways? Nah, I trust you. Raven, how are you doing? Welcome in. How have you been doing? Hopefully you've been doing alright. Here. Officer Georgie's lighter. It exudes an interesting feel. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Don. Alright, what is coffee? God damn it. It literally just said the ingredients and I'm already like, huh? dumb. Georgie. Coffee, honey, lemon. It's important to make them in the right order is the thing. So I remember that it was coffee, honey, and lemon, but I was like, which order? Saw the notice and it's okay to shout you out. Sounds good. I'm not even sure I even knew you streamed, to be honest. Am I even following you? I'm not. I didn't know you streamed. Let's fix that. Let's fix that, Raven. Because this is not the first time you pop in. Lurk, sounds good. Thank you for coming in, polite Canadian. Thank you for popping in. Or would you rather have that I use your Discord name that you use and what everyone else was calling you? I don't know. But thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. You weren't following? It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it either way, Raven. I fixed that issue too. Because I didn't know you streamed. Oh, I guess I didn't shout you out. Thank you. There you go. You were doing retro. What kind of retro games were you playing? Started a few months ago. Okay, so it's not been too long. Mada? Okay, that looks amazing. Give it back his lighter, though. Right now, technical difficulties got you down? What kind of technical difficulties, Raven? I'm always down to help people, if I can anyways. If it's internet related, then I can't really do anything, unfortunately. Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yeah, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Your Duke Nukem stream? Nice! I don't think I've ever played a Duke Nukem game. Ever. I don't think so. I played like the first Doom. But that's about it. I need to play Doom at some point too. Roger that. Here you go. Oof, careful. Dang, Don. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. I'm just being silly, aren't I? The original DOS games were amazing. They were remastered for the Evercade. Nice! Yeah, I remember playing the original Doom on DOS, yeah. It was fun. It was amazing. Whee! Flumps. Are you tired, Chapuis? If you are, that's okay. Sleep is good. Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Don. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help, however I can. Always tired, Gremlin. Fair. I'm the same boat. Brain fog, tired, whatever it is. Comes with the territory of not sleeping well. Man, at least with crooks you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Unlock conversation with Detective McQueen. Ever get a... Raven, that's me on a daily. That is me on a daily. Get a full night's sleep and always feel tired when I wake up. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. But, Queen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you! The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I'm meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. What the hell are they talking about? But yeah, that's me on a daily, Raven. I'm always sleepy. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll I'll just take both of your words for it. Good, because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Dawn about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd probably have lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Well, yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get it. So, I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by spotlight. Basic sensory illusions. Classic ghost tricks. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this party reel, and he's behind me, and... Wait, isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errands sorted? I sure did. Julie, I can see crumbs stuck on your face. That's just the rain? It's very bready rain? There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So, what'd I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fears of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stopped the ghost riot. Pfft, ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What, you said? That they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly, they used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues, and spectral whales. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. Yay, murder! Right? It's best not to overthink anything he says. How was your day, Scott? Oh, and Tiger's still here too. Are you still doing your editing thing? I certainly don't. Uploading? Yay! Good job! Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out where we're here. Already did. Oh? scheduled for tomorrow night. I have 3 videos now to edit again, which should be fine to do in a day. Then I really need to start scheduling stuff, like over the weekends when I have more time. Because I definitely don't over the week. You know, murder is an intimidating word. It wouldn't be as intimidating if it were spelled muckduck. What? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi instead of taking it all the way to Seattle. Yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Just cab. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. You would laugh every time you said muck duck. Why? Thanks, McQueen, a lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. It just sounds funny to you? Fair. That was quite something. Well, what'd you know, Don? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Don. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. Today's been good. Did your course planning for the week? Yay, let's go! I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Is our night done already? Or someone else coming in? Alright then, maybe I'll go check the stock and... Nope, someone else is coming in. Or not? Okay. Miss Riona, welcome! Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Also, your classes have exams or speech prep days on Friday, so no driving into work on Friday. Yay! Alright, tea with some lemon and some honey. Here you go, darling. A cup of warm midsummer night's dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. That traffic aside, how are you? That's probably Caliphy going live? Yes, it is. To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late, and I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know, I'm all ears. But that's so good for you, though, Scott. That may actually be a part of the problem, I am afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective, but I've been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Mr. Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explains clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I'm thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher? Just so I don't misunderstand. I feel that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do it way more than just making a few calls and waiting for the callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. If getting noticed is truly only the beginning, then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. True, and that's true to a lot of sectors, to be honest. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly how it worked out for her, but then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than setting reels to every audition I've come across, and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I also have continued our correspondence. Although perhaps it was more like a necessity? That something happened? He was stuck. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh? I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought and entered Carey Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m., which is why I sent him a message informing of that fact, and as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right? So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. I know I'd be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh, right. Because it's been a little bit since we last played. I had kind of forgotten about that. Yeah, he's trying to touch into other kind of content creation. Is what he was going for. And he's trying to talk about it with his editors and managers and whatnot. Okay, why is this stuck in my hair? Get back in there. There we go. Just FYI, sorry for the ads. Ads are about to start. Oh, I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected? Perhaps? And I know that feeling all too well. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I always wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I've received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all? What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others? Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in thought. We're fine, I promise. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Don. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening, then, Don. Come back soon. Detox tea. Super bitter, sour, and spicy. Even if it's not detoxifying, you'll feel as if it is. Okay. Friday, September 29th, 2023. The evening whispers. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researchers respond over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfira Tech teams up with Gullumix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Nice. Sounds good, Jess. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Sleep well. How? Go sleep. Go sleep. I appreciate you coming in. Stories. What stories have we got now? Lucas, you want to know where I got all my awesome sunglasses is? Check out my good sponsor here, bit.ly, Lucas on Sunnies. Been working with them for eons, and I always love their stuff, but y'all know that already. Hashtag ad. Love you too. Rihanna, normal schedule. Aqua. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what, and I won't take it for granted. So, I still have one. Ah, Rihanna. Hey, Hey, Bailey's. Knock knock, anyone there? Mr. Bailey's, hi! I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you doing tonight? I'm alright. but you look pretty distracted. A penny for your thoughts? You can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. That's deep. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess not that I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself? Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Mrs. Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous? No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup, or even a break. Phew. We've been through so much. There's no one walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. So, we decided to give each other a bit of space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And, more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? Always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Sure thing. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything, really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus? Butterfly tea? Butterfly or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Milk, honey. Oop. Dreamin' Blue. Here you go, I hope you like it. Thanks, Don. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people, and we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned about yourself, Mr. Bayliss. I think so too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now. Someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Don. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them, or both of them, would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting. Except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances. Except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel. So she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea, with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now, with you, feels a lot like family again. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them, until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. See? That's a part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get the big, bad diseases like everyone else. So cancer and stuff like that, I would assume. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That's That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her, and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. Must have been a little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. Ugh, I think I came very close to being trapped with those people. Pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she's proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Dawn. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lulu? I definitely think that's part of it. In fact, Silver. Oh, and Amanda. Good evening. Hi, Dawn. And hi. I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but do not appear to be a hive. How? You do not appear to be a hive. How did you? Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is satisfactory. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date? I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé. Truly? Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates, with a 0.013 probability. My god. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda? We were! And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience. Ah, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth? Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our mission. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first, tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredients you have served us in the past. Oh, hell. What have I served Amanda? Oh, God. See, this is what happens when you take weeks in between plays. It's like, I don't remember what I gave you. Did we give coffee? Did we give tea? Did we give chocolate powder? Did we give abacus? I have a feeling we never gave choco powder. Let's go with choco powder. With milk and mint, maybe? So I wanted something new, so... Milk, mint, chocolate. Let's try to see if we can get an actual drink, though. Nope, that gave the same thing. Alright, whatever. Here you go! Hopefully this tastes new to you. It does! It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. Good, we at least gave her something new. Stories? No? According to our... Okay, what am I missing? Oh, with Bailey's. How'd that bring us higher with Bailey's? Weird. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846 new experience since arriving on Earth. Wow, that's a lot of new experiences in a very low amount of time. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This is in the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? It's usually in the lowest of the low. Oh? Wouldn't you normally say like top 1% instead of top 99? Okay, whatever. She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it. That's... Don't mind me, getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble. Ah, that one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see? Yeah, Luo mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Ah, please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. But that's where your help really came in handy, Don. My help? Yes, the card that you got off the agent. We asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card had been unveiled, we analyzed the language of its communication, which is quite an interesting mix, if we say so. It is roughly 60.0923% syntax and 39.977% mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the cybertext as... The point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us, or save, beyond recognition, and some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission, which should last more than long enough for him to forget all about us. Whoop, that sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling. Yeah, it was a very simple matter of applying hive knowledge. Be that as it may, that's great work, Amanda. We are pleased. Amanda's amazing. But let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You really have helped us there, Dawn. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that, and very relieved. Complete Amanda's good story arc. Yay! Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You really got a hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purpose of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. I can kind of agree to that. Everyone feels emotions in a very different way, is the thing too. We'll be submitting you call it academic paper? Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns. Deep level communication in hive versus non-hive species. Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Emmett as always was the brains in the family. That wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Ooh, Silver, good job. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was. I think. I may have found it. I love that he's like... I think I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting for a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the Hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious, doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does, and it does not. And in fact, we hope that is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires? The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yes, what Amanda said is part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. You were. Mind you, I played you as a robot in the first game, so I guess that's fair too. In some ways, I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than most people. But when I first started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. True. And a lot of self-reflection. Which self-reflection for people like me is hard. Very hard. It certainly requires some time, and even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It is a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered, too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but Dawn, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah, taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details, in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Baileys. Oh, come on, Don. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Oh god, I hope I see Hive in the hour that we have left. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the Cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? Okay, so I guess either Gala or Hyde is who I give that card to, if I remember. A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant, and 0.01% disappointing that we have to refuse. Yes, I truly appreciate the offers, Baileys, but sadly, we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. I guess we're maybe getting close to the end of the game, because we're closing out a few of the storylines here. That sounds very exciting. We probably have a few days left. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country, and maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourists is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling? Light Bright, how are you doing? Welcome in. How is everyone doing tonight? What were you up to? Because I don't have you on auto shoutout. Oh, the new Dragon Age. How are you enjoying it? I have never played a Dragon Age game, personally. But I've heard they're pretty good. How are you enjoying the new one? Had you played any of the old ones first? Because I think they kind of, at least between Inquisition and Veilguard, I think they follow through. I don't know about the older games if they follow through, but... And Mads, welcome in as well. How are you guys doing tonight? You played Inquisition to the ground? Nice. I think I got Inquisition on Epic when it got free at some point. I've never played any of them. But I'm glad you're enjoying them. That's good. That is very, very good. How's stream? Did we make a lot of progress tonight? Because I'm assuming, just like any other RPG, it's a very, very long game. Did you guys do anything special? And while you answer all the questions that I asked, if you guys don't know me, I'm Nerepi, creator streamer on Twitch, who stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Sundays, we either do one of two things. Like tonight, we either play shorter games. Tonight, we're playing Coffee Talk 2. We're getting towards endgame, I believe, because we're completing some story arcs. And then on the other, every second Sunday, we're playing games with TIC, the International Council, which is a stream team that I am a part of. So it's kind of a variety of games on that night. It's just whatever we feel up to. Tuesdays, we're currently playing Persona 5 Royal, usually cosplaying as Panther. So that's usually our Tuesday night game. And last but not least, Thursdays, we just finished the RE2 for the spooky season. So we should be going finally, after a very long while, finally going back to Crosscode. At least that's the plan. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Am I even following you? I am not. Why am I not following you? Pretty sure I've seen you around the community at some point. I don't remember which portion of the community, though. You liked so far? You have some thoughts about some characters, but you'll be okay? How come? And we made a lot of progress today. Nice! We did a lot of side quests, and now we're doing main storyline. You know what? That's fair. When it comes to Crosscode, it's one of the only games where I'm constantly, like, all over the place. Like, I'm doing all the side quests, all the main storylines, and especially for RPG games, I'm usually not like that. I usually... Like, I'll take Yakuza, for example. It's not quite RPG, but it is RPG-esque. That reflects a lot more of my personal RPG playstyle, which I've finished both Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, which is 0 and 1, with less than 14%. So that means I've practically only done the main storyline. There's a few side quests here or there, but it's mainly main storyline. Getting a lot of our characters finally, that's good. Panther love P5. Yeah, I've been having fun with P5, honestly, every Tuesday. It's been an amazing time. And yeah, we usually cosplay Panther, so if you guys want to see a Panther cosplay, that's the night to pop in on. Gonna look for a bit so you can make some dinner for the family. Sounds good. Thank you for rating. Thank you for trusting your community with mine. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your evening. And if you do manage to pop in the next hour or so, I guess I'll see you again. Because we usually stream about 3 hours. So it'll just really depend on how far along we are in Coffee Talk. But thank you for the rating, thank you for trusting your community with mine, I really do appreciate it. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is, in essence, circular reasoning. It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. Have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things. To enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment has a purpose. That is new to us. We are 99.999% excited to try it out. And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I thought you had. I really would have thought that you had explored a little bit outside of just Seattle, Silver. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in, that I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Dawn, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. Well, this is awkward. I think I should order a drink. Of course, what can I make for you? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure, but I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick? Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? Huh, I'd love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice. Chocolate, honey, ginger? Sure, we'll give that a try. And I'm assuming that's what he wants because it's a very weird binary code. Fast to make, fast to drink, and the best start to light-year guided adventures. Here's a 299.792.458 for a Lightspeed Traveler. Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes, it is the speed of light. Is the speed of light not evocative of great adventures? The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Don. Thank you, but do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes, but then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. Sorry for the ads. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. At that, how does a taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet, but with a strong character as well. That's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet, we are pleased. Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that, thank you, Don. Wow, careful there, you don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. You're right. I'm just so excited, I can barely sit still. I can imagine, a first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.999%. Wow, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl, and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did that happen? We watched westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travels operas. Ah, I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Oh, wow. No, that's very brave. That is very brave. I agree. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstance. And that's what a lot of us LGBT folk go through. It's hard to throw ourselves under the bus when we're first entering into the dating scene again. Not that I would know, because I've been with my spouse for 14 years now at the end of the month. And even before then, I was never really in the dating scene. So, yeah. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like, it takes guts. Ah, you're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars, I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me, and so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is find someone who sees me for who I am, and she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right choice. Or the right decision. Well, I will say that if she'd heard your story, that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. I do too, to be honest. The truth is, and this is a bit strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become, and I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is... For a self, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving, especially if you have the right to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. I... sip. You two are a really sweet family. Oh, and so are you and Mr. Lua, Mr. Bailey's. True, chosen families can also rock. I agree, and I consider everyone in chat chosen family. Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There's no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understand. There may be minute differences in the specific processes, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end. So it is. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go pack! First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. Packing is the worst. What Amanda really means is that I must pack, while she analyzes the earthling rituals of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Aww. Precisely! This is further information for our research! We are thrilled! Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you too, then. Hasta la vista, strangers! Huh? Orc westerns. Bye to you too. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Don. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? No, it's not a very large space, but perhaps whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose. There's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled then. Ah, Lua's going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go and tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Dawn. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. Excuse me. More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Bailey's. Shin Genmaicha? A variation of the Japanese brew mixing the brown rice with ginger. Interesting. Saturday, September 30th, 2023. I am curious. Coffee Talk 2 last day. Last date, I guess. Tuesday, October 3rd. So we have 4 more days. So it seems like we can either finish it tonight if we go a little bit over our normal stream time, or we can finish it in like 2 weeks. Or I guess in a worst case scenario I could finish it Thursday, which would make a late start to crosscode, but I could do that too. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how we feel. Saturday, September 30th, 2023. Evening Whispers. ZXX-20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Nico Mimi driver catches truck filled with catnip, suspected DU. Oh my god. UFO previously spotted by Space Guard fighters, a very determined hot air balloon. Of course. Alright, Georgie. I told my wife that she needs to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Rachel. I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. She had already said that the other day too. That's fair, though. Lucas. Good night. Yawn emoji. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Good, as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course. What would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Do I have chai in my list? I do not. I do not. This is aqua. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. Oh, she wanted masala chai, not just chai. Got it. Friendship up with her. I guess we had missed on her first drink. A cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. So, you were saying? Oh, right. It's just I've been busy working on my game. Huh, I see. How is it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that. I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly liked their games, but with all the shady requirements they had? Thank God you rejected it. Jeez. I could tell that they look down on us small developers, and the scary thing is, if I'd known that what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I tried negotiating with them, because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favor since I'm just a small developer, and I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. Doesn't sound like good faith to me, right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. Cold shoulders. Aqua and Myrtle don't get to make up. Oh. What's up? Nothing. I guess I failed their story arc. Oops. Is it about Myrtle? Oh? Well, sort of. We haven't talked much since our little argument. Only checking in here and there. I'm going to Tech Mall so I can look for parts to upgrade my PC. Oh? Yeah, I hope I'll get a good deal there. I wish Myrtle would apologize, though, for treating me as if I'm totally clueless. If she did, I could ask her to pick me up the right parts, you know? But I know I was in the wrong, too. I wasn't being clear with my words, with my anxiety talking and all. But I already told her to reject the contract, right? Yes, I heard you say that. You should have tried to listen a bit. Sorry to hear you're having a hard time. It's fine. It was just bad timing. Clearly you care about each other, though. You two will make up eventually, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Thanks, Dawn. That cheers me up a little. Anytime. I suppose I better go now so I can shop around as long as I want. Maybe I'll get something nice for myself, too. Like what? Maybe a new bolster? My current one is no longer firm. Ah, I see. Well, I hope you have a good time then. A good time? Me too. Thank you, Dawn. I'll see you later. Take care. Excuse me. Let's see. I guess I'll go over today's checklist. Oh, hi. Harold? I think his name was. I remember who he is. Having a blank on his name though. Well, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Don. Endry. I was close. I knew it was a H name. Don, nice seeing you here, Endry. How goes it? Good, good, good. I see you're doing good too. As usual. What do you want to drink, Hendry? It's on me. No, that won't do. Well, let's talk about bills later. So what will it be? You first. You sure? Okie dokie. I'll have one STMG, please. As usual. Do we have STMG in here? Milk, ginger... Milk, ginger... honey. Serve it. One STMJ coming up. Ah, it smells so nice. Spot on. Thanks, Don. You're very welcome. How about you, sir? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? Well, what would you recommend? Anything from your tea line is fine. Oh, I see you have a new selection. Yes, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, huh? You should try the Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Sounds familiar. It's ginger stepped with roselle buds, and then another name for hibiscus. Anything else in it? Well, it's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then. A Te Jahe Rosella. So hibiscus. I keep forgetting that you can check the log. Ginger. Ginger and honey then? Te Jahe Rosella. Yep. And give that. What's this? Oh, it's Bailey's and Lua's wedding invitation. Really? For Hyde. Oh. The date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when he'll be here? Okay, sure. Thank you. A piping cup of Te Jahe Rosella for you. Thanks. What do you think, Hendry? Does it look any good? I guess it was better if we did give it to Hyde. Uh-oh. Looks about right. It smells good too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Did I pass your impromptu test? So what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer's coming too, by the way. Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury's over. Are you okay, though? I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Hendry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time's a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yep. The soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's hard to get up in the morning after all that, like today. I know the feeling all too well, especially in this kind of weather. Oh? It's like my body knows if a storm's gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Oh my god. Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for sore muscles. Yeah. Georgie! Did you find your ghosts? Hey folks, the man of the hour. Hiya, Georgie. Don, what I miss? Some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I miss a ton then. How are you? How am I? If you're talking about my case, well, I don't even know where to begin. Hendry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No, what are we talking about? Don, you should have primed him before I got here. My bad. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it. Excuses, excuses. I'll explain it to Hendry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalism nearby. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my ladder and things happened. Kind of mind backed me up a bit. Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. I'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. I told Dawn about my letter a while ago. How it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about before. Really? In what way? The lighter was my grandpa's, and there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, eh? Why is it that it's always lightning when Georgie comes in? Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my letter was the key to making sense of all of this. And gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night, to the spot, you know? To where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still, and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out, or if there was something else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. So you don't actually know if anything happened? Then what happened? It blew up. What? What do you mean, what? The lighter, it just blew up. Well, what do you mean, blew up? Yeah, I think we definitely need more context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see, but I heard it. Pata! With a little whoosh followed by a couple of clinks. Pata? What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small and metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Wouldn't want to confuse all with that. But pata is... What is that? You know, pata? And then what happened? Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over with its lid open. The flame was burning white. Wow. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from the corner, walking towards the lighter. Did they see you? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." Then I fired a question back. "Are you the ones who have been messing with the cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Well, sounds like case closed. So they weren't ghosts? Hell no, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them at all. Didn't expect... Do you know them? Kinda? In fact, they own the Gnome Noms near my place. Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car, then? Nope, because I only order takeout. I usually walk there. What was the reason for all the vandalism, then? It all started because of a broken promise, and we have to start way back for that. Remember where the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah, the tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically let the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good! In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community, and the vow was kept well after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago, and we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive, not just for their friend, but as a remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through, it makes sense of the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now, it's filled with never-ending projects. You okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's something about it bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose track of their existence. Just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An odd erasure of existence. But apparently, that's why they keep animals. The Gnome Noms owners told me they have a large, massive living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. I suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too, when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clear their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nicomemes honor the dead. And I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though. To remember the deceased and all the reasons they mattered to us. So, except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyways. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It would be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort, since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's bad or good. Yeah. Speaking of the Gnome Noms owners, though, what happened to them after all that? Oh, right, did you arrest them? Nope. Huh? Are we going to let them go? Not necessarily, but I got an idea of what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Oh god, Georgie. So, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. A shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine. Not even a scratch. Really? But that thing blew up, didn't it? Like, patok? Heck, we even debated the sound effect and everything! As I said, it still works fine, so I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame is a bit unnatural, I agree. And I remember how you kept forgetting your lighter there. Here. Hey now. The man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? As for the blowing up, it was probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. This thing is real old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There's no such thing as coincidence, indeed. I still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Hendry. Shush. In any case, mystery solved. For now, at least. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Hendry. Take care. Bye, Hendry. Let me move over there. I get why they keep doing this. Like, let me move over here, let me move over here. It's to make the frame of the shot less panned out. I just find it funny. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. Well then, one espresso for me, please. Bop, bop, bop. Rude. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Here you go. And he was a dad. I've forgotten he had 3 kids. Is there a pet? I miss stories? No? Oh, dollar. Here's your espresso, officer. Thanks. Great as always. So what's next, officer? What's your plan after this? Other than talking to them, I guess I'll focus on the rumors. Word is going around that cars are being messed up there. That's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worry when the case is pretty much over. And I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors without being stopped. They'll just spiral out of control. Clink if you guys want to catch it. Time to leave, I guess. Duty calls, something like that. I suppose I'll do the same. It's quite late after all. Thanks for listening to us, Don. The old man ramble. The pleasure's all mine. Well, take care and see you later, yeah? Have a good night, Don. Safe trip, you two. Someone else is coming? Oh no, okay. It was just their door. Sugar and spice. Spicy, sweet, and natural bliss in a cup. Sounds delish. So we got 3 more days including this one. Sunday, October 1st, 2023. So what I'll do, I think, is... Alright, we are back. Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Evening Whispers. Box office movie High Weapon hits an astonishing 2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants? An independent survey. Vegan food on the rise. Gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Alright, that's our messages of the day. Lucas, super busy, see you tomorrow. Just saying hi. Aqua, look what Merlish did, sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pals 2. Oh, you look cute! Love it. So I guess they're still, at the very least, friends? They're just on a break, I guess, since I messed up one of their orders at some point. We had a break in the office and just played board games for hours. It was fun. That sounds nice, to be honest. Riona, today's delivery cut off 1 1 p.m. No night shift. Oh, hi. Don. Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry, I'm just really excited. I've done it, Don. Congratulations. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. I told you about it last time, remember? Oh, yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Okay. Are you sure we can play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, silly. You silly. We're the only ones here anyway. We'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that. Just play it, quick! First love. Serve Rachel... something. Why is it not registering it? There you go. Thank you. What do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave me. Sweetheart Latte, wasn't it? That's right. You compose the melodies? With Arami, yeah. So like, I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love story, or thinking about your crush. The soundness of anxiety, the sweetness of a promise, and there are a lot of steps to keep a delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I think I see where you're going with this. Yeah, just like the drink, right? It needs the perfect balance of ingredients and temperature to mix properly, doesn't it? Or curdle, yeah. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way, Don? Just fine. Business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? Andrew? Yes, he did. He was meeting with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wonder what he was doing. Oh, I see. Okay. Give me a... Very itchy. There you go, that's better. Sorry about that. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that, but Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable? Yeah, that's fair. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even lives in the States, so as much as he's been a nag my whole life, there we go, maybe I'll be able to say it, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right. Hello, welcome. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey, Riona! Fancy meeting you here. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. Huh? Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. Milk. All the milk. Here you go, a cup of warm milk. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. Miss, are you alright? No. I think I'm sad? Why are you crying? Oh, what's wrong? Like, you can see the tears in her eyes. That's right, Rihanna, what's wrong? I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that, miss? My apologies. I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out. Miss Rachel is right. Feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Don and the regulars of this coffee shop, I've gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is, it is likely that my ignorance was on purpose. Ignorance? On purpose? What do you mean? Miss Rachel, the position you hold today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talents, but you did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also. Although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I'm aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself, because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really, though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes, but have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? I understand I only have a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand that it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education. Flinch Chinder, if you guys want to catch it. And for the simple fact of what I am, I'm truly fine with all that. I really am, because all of it is a pain I am already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again just might be... difficult. Yes. I apologize for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to. Miss Rihanna, would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house. But Don insists, right? Right. In that case, I'd like something made with blue pea, but no milk or ginger, please. Blue pea. No milk or ginger. So the only one we have unlocked is the flower bed, which is blue pea. Honey. That satisfies what you wanted. Or at least a little bit. Oh, I think that's the drink we first served her, I think. Now that I think about it. Here, I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all of this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? Your driving force before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice, whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done in a lot of ways, like politics. You're not wrong, but that was just an example, jeez. But I admit being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it as long as I'm able. However, I believe it also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What? Oh, what? I was trying to say why, but then I noticed it was a what, so I kind of messed that up. What are you going to do now? I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh, wait! You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomochill. If it's even the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents, to showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So what if you rejected his offer? Call him. Huh? Or text him, tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily. Shh, shh, shh. Just do it. Text him. Yeah. Okay. Watch him being on his way right now after he receives the text. That really sounds like a Lucas thing to do. He responded. What did he say? He's happy I changed my mind, and he's going to text me later to talk more about it. Okay. It seems like he's in the middle of something. At least that's one thing settled. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Although I regret my track-mindedness, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed during my time living in the commune. Commune? We Banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one, like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? No, because we're not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So, the reason we do not see a lot of Banshees around, is it because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. Yeah, because she has a driving job. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. In that aspect, the bigger the car, the better, but yes. Perhaps it's better if I go now. Okay, I'll leave too. If you wish, I can drop you off. Really? I live pretty far from here. It's fine. Okay, see you later, Dawn. Safe trip, miss. Thank you for your time. My pleasure, see you soon. Probably gonna get other people in before the end of the night. Well, suppose I'll wait another hour. Oh no, it's actually the end of the day already. Dang, okay. Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Day before last day. And I guess before we go further... You know what? No, we'll do it now, because otherwise I might forget. I'll go block raids real quick, so that we don't forget after this day. I know it's a little early, I could do it a little later, since we're going a little bit longer to finish this game off, but... Evening Whispers. Users of Tomodachill's new story feature needs a longer duration. I agree. You miss a message in the stories feature, you're screwed. The piece of baffling advice that seared into my memory. Gobbly Labs shut down. Researcher to finally stop their experiments after 1,304 incidents. Why is it so dark? Riona. No delivery today. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart. I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple. Oh. Oh, I wasn't so sad wasn't sad so much as cute though. Okay, so I guess this is the after wedding stuff. But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Mrs. Lua. That's why the light's not on, because we're just coming in from the wedding. Okay. Or just in the light. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow! Whoops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Huh, here we go. Oh, look at them all. Okay, I'm glad I gave the letter to Gala then instead of Hyde, because if I had waited for Hyde, then I'm assuming these two wouldn't have been here. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often enough that we know the place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, Dawn. So it does. Now, shall we get this celebration started? Please, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline, I call it deep, passionate, and irresistible fascination for her husband. You kind of see a little bit the dress. Looks nice. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Lua's last name, Bailey's? No, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. Aw, you always make me melt. Disgusting. He said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you it was the City Hall flowers that made my allergies flare up? Oh, sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I won't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it. Please, Dawn. So, chocolate with some freshness. I feel mint is freshness. Oh, wait, reset chocolate. They said sweet and chocolatey first, so brew it that way. See if it gives us something. After midnight. You know what? That's probably fair. And sounds really delicious. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praises from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Don? I did a bit of traveling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night, before meeting at the mooring. That's very lyrical. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury, but even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. Aww. Sounds about right. And imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires are much more my type. Hey! Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire and proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt, and I'm sure because this has been said in this game now, either the game has made merch for it, or someone else has made the merch for it. Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Dawn, maybe? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Mrs. Lua, Mr. Bailey's, and thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Dawn. Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Bailey's, for entertaining me and making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. I don't think we were forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Dawn, guys. I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did, but despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today. Oh, Gala. Thanks, man, really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Complete Lua and Bailey's good story art. Yay! Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? Dawn, my dear Dawn. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh, I'm avoiding it in solidarity. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around oh god. Running around everywhere. And thanks, I think, Hyde? I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying, I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely, booze just became this big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. Excuse me. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique, but then they also had edible robots. And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Wow, when did you get to a place like that? A while ago with my family, back when we were still in touch. Bye. I'm okay, sweetie. Well, I made a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. And in the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little basil, some lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. tonic water? That sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. O type, preferably. Universal donors and all that. Yuck. I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Bailey's. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that. She is impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year or 3? She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gal is a softie. I'd say Gal is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. Oh, jeez. If Dawn ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Bailey's? Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring, the two witnesses. Delightfully cliche, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying this gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire, scorn dissimulated in the smirk. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds, too. Ah, yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. A perfect shot. Aww. Okay, they look cute. I like her dress. Oh, look at this, Pie. This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Yes, truly, thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... no, it's absolutely lovely. Looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture. Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Dawn, you wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Actually, yes, something like that. Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I'd love that. Would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, Dawn, I'm not sure where we'd be without you. So, I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Oh, come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. Cute. That's a lovely idea. I bet little Rose was thrilled. She is. An entire party next to her bed? Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde, and just like that, he promised to take their picture pro bono. That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing. I could use experience so that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like a good social retribution to me, right? So, does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house, and I've got the job, and I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while. That's great to hear. Complete Hyde's good story arc. Let's go. We actually got quite a few of the good story arcs. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not too sure yet. But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. My love, it's alright. I'm glad we talked it all through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mom told me the same thing during the wedding. I didn't know you talk about it. Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes. But the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing? Never heard that word specifically, but probably a form of saying child taken care of. Well, not in our couple. We decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do the freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working, but I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd rather have stayed home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller? Mrs. Oh no, using my family name on you feels wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. Georgie. Can I actually play the video? No? Shame. Because I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent. Excuse me. Sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only long-ish lives have issues. I can imagine. Worlds are somewhere between elves and humans, and we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. That makes sense to me. I will say though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean? Yeah, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked Dawn from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away. He has been very kind to me, and perceptive about me as well. I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat, right now, it's really good. You're alright too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Right back at ya. Listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Brr. Hi, Hammer! How are you? I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket. Bye. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. Thank you for the dance of the song. What's going on, Hammer? What's new in your life? Tell me all about it, darling. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like the lip service for the happy couple, to avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Ah, maybe it's just a thing among the elves. Have you heard of it, Dawn? Are you referring to the goddess Tyr's legend? You're just here to meme stuff as usual? That's fine. Meme all you want. That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry, but I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. Are you doing anything cool for your Sunday night? When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle, they will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud, pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them, and they lost their balance. Oh no! Don't worry, it's not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost. They stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity? That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars, planets, clouds, and the suns. They talked of harvests and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, that old hag, give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first, she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry, and she told Aeon, get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiancé. Yuck. But, and to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours, the goddess was angry and shouted. Then, for many more hours, she was despondent and sulked. Then, finally, she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers, and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind, and the goddess saw that for the first time and in eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for a child's mortal days, she started crying. And, one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear fine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." That's actually a really cool story. And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. I really like that story. And love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You were born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at Rain the same now. Right? It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in bed. Yeah, where I grew up, it was a very small room, but there was a window almost right beside my bed, and I'd hear the rain on the trees. Sounds of nature are always something that I personally really enjoy. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. Ah, look, here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. I need heat again. It's getting cold again. Should really start by turning on the general heating, because it is getting below freezing at night now here. Oof, that's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala, did you just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Oh, right, that's the cat that we don't know if it's a Nekomimi or what they are. They've just been visiting. Is he your cat, Dawn? No, but he's been around a couple of times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then. Although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place? Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too. Oh my god. No, that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by a few days ago, and it was actually quite helpful, but he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? I'm not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long, or ask for anything. By saying that he might be looking for someone? Perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. They may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors, or just what floors I can walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular, in the sense that I want it to look good. But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, peak design trends. That car served me right, thank you very much. Remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around? I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce. Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why indeed? My job time... Your job time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala is an interior designer's waking nightmare. Not true. I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. I love their relationship. You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this all together, when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe, and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Dawn. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved, then. That, and also, you all are alright. Sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with our own stuff for a while, but I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again, whether in a week or a month or a year. I know it's gonna be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear! Yeah. You're all welcome anytime, separately or together, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. I'll definitely pop by to give you news, and to get Fury remedies, and to listen in on the drama. I can't wait to welcome you back. I think the rain is over, and we've kept you for a while already, Dawn. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, Dawn. Good night. Good night, you two. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, Dawn. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight, and on other nights. No, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, Dawn. Will do. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. Eh, bye! What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way to the home, not on the way out of the bar. I can do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and abuzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like, to have a chosen hive. Okay, so this pretty much confirms that we're also part of the same race, I suppose, as Silver and Amanda. Alright, this is supposed to be the last day. Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. The Evening Whispers. Heir of American business royalty to zone over choice of wife. Killer algae, the new invasive species? Fire director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. That's a lot of stories. Alright, let's go to the bottom. Oh, Biley's sharing a video of them holding hands. Okay, that's a good picture of Gala. I agree. Lua also sharing the hands. Oh, oh, Amanda and Silver. Aqua. I think by the end of it, I'm in this industry for the love of it and to keep having fun. Is the mindset I will keep moving forward. My God, can't talk. Somehow, this feels like deja vu. Welcome back, Georgie. Hey. Welcome, Officer Georgie. What's crackin'? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yep, deja vu. What? Nothing. Everything is fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout. That's good news. You know, this weather has kind of grown on me. Really? Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course, but the thunder no longer sounds so angry to me. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. Perfect. What would you like? Make me whatever I ordered a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, give or take. You were promoting a new tea selection at the time. Good times. I remember it had an interesting color. I'll take whatever you gave me that day. Are you kidding me right now? Am I actually supposed to remember this? I'm pretty sure that's his first ever drink. Okay, it's nothing too specific. It was just blue pea times 3. Okay. Butterfly pea. Although I guess I missed it the first time because I just unlocked it, but whatever. A cup of anthocyanins for you, officer. What? What makes the drink blue? Oh, okay. Still tastes like grass, but my doctor told me this is really good for stress. Really? Are you stressed right now? No, don't worry. Since my daughter loves it so much, I was just trying to remind myself how it tastes. Oh, good. Well, usually blue pea is mixed with a bunch of other ingredients. It's a very forgiving drink taste-wise and goes well with most things. And it looks pretty. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's tasteless except for grassy notes when you drink it straight. Right on. Does this mean you've already made up with your daughter? More or less. That's great. How are you, officer? How's work? Work, huh? Well, it's only been a couple of days since I was here, but I admit a lot has happened. Oh? Yeah, for starters, word has spread that parking on Bourne Street is no longer safe. Because of the vandalism? Yeah. And I really don't want it to escalate, you know? I don't want this story of the street rewritten to something bad. Makes sense. So what did you do? What makes you think I did anything? Just a guess. Well, you're not wrong. The day after our last talk, I paid the old gnomes a visit and had a chat with them. Oh? What did you talk about? We talked about what could happen to them and the area due to the vandalisms they committed. They were remorseful to a point. Dean, how are you? If you guys have not checked out Dean, please do. Dean is amazing. Also, what are you doing up? It's like 5 a.m. over there.
Oh, pocket.
Generally thought you were doing a podcast with the name Coffee Talk. No, the game Coffee Talk. We're finishing it tonight. We had done Coffee Talk 1. We're finishing up Coffee Talk 2 tonight.
Yeah, definitely talking.
And then there's Coffee Talk Tokyo, which is the third game of the series, but that's not coming up till next year. But how are you doing, Dean? It is super late / early, I suppose. Been asleep since 9 p.m. And it's now 5? Okay, I guess it's not bad. I just tend to forget that some people go to bed early. But no, not a podcast. 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, see, not bad. I'm just a weirdo that likes to sleep forever, to be honest. But how have you been? Been a bit since we've had the chance to chat. They were remorseful to a point, because they're upset about what happened to the remains of their friend? Right. All they wanted was to create something memorable that would stay in everyone's mind, in one way or another. Even in a bad way? That's what I thought they were going for, too. Turns out, that's not the case. They just wanted to create something memorable. Something that gets everyone talking. But when I gave them a hypothetical scenario with rumors getting out of control, and how folks will spin the whole thing to something else, they were a bit stunned, honestly. Normally not like you, you're normally good at on 4, and yeah, you're good to have to go down to the unemployment office in a few hours to sort out your situation you're in. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can get it sorted at least. Is it because they didn't think of the consequences that far ahead? That's right. I told them it could potentially lead to the street being closed because it would not be deemed unsafe, or maybe even rebuilt into something completely different, which would effectively erase all traces left of their friend. So they decided to stop right there, right then. Interesting, but you know, I get their need to keep the memory alive, even if what they did was a bit misguided. I understood. Still, what they did was not the way to go about it. And honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this memory stuff. But yeah, hopefully it goes good, Dean, and you get what you need. Shows that I, and the world, probably, need to learn a lot more about fairy folk in general. I agree. So, what did you do next? Did you arrest them? No. All I did that day was chat with them, because I wanted a clearer picture on everything, including the old fairy market and all. We've been waiting 5 weeks at this point. Oof. That's 2 emails and 4 phone calls, so it's the first time I said, screw it, I'm going down, so I went to sleep early. Fair. Yes. Sometimes doing things in person can move things along a little bit faster. I also shared the story about my grandpa. In the end, they said whatever I decide to do, they'll accept. So I went home. I see. You know, my daughter asked what happened. Now, since she gave me good advice on the case and everything, I told her the whole story about the street, about the tree. Wow, that's really in for everything. Anyhow, after our talk, I guess she started looking into the fairy folks' history. In one of those videos she did, I have no clue what to call them, they're videos of herself packing orders while talking about stuff. Ah, I see. Oh, okay, she's a influencer. She might have been packing her own merch to send to people or something along those lines. Oh, I see. I posted it on my Tomo Chill a couple of days ago. Oh, I see. She basically talked to her viewers about what she learned from the video. About your case? No. One of the things she has learned on her own. Got it. That's great, though. You never know. Maybe through her video, curiosity will spread. Get everyone wondering about this piece of disappearing history. You're right. Who knows? Complete Georgie's good story arc once. I think I missed a few good story arcs. Oh well. Yeah, doing things in person is easier, but I've been angry because of how slow they have been. Especially because you were supposed to be called back and then get to me on that last call, so we'll do one at 9 again, explain the situation I'm in, and if it's not resolved, you'll go down. Fair enough. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I've been doing with the doctors since earlier this year, so I get it, Dean. I do. Unfortunately, doctors don't really see us in person anymore, so that makes it hard. Who knows what the future holds? Yeah, I was about to say, we're probably gonna see Lucas one more time at least. Lucas is in the house, yo! Hey. What's up? And you, Pops, how goes it? All good. You're in a high spirits, aren't you? Always. Anyway, Pops, what's shaking? I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all the excess energy? You're right, and I probably should explain, but first... Dear Dawn, may I put it in order? You may. I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. And we've made a blue pea latte. I just wanna... We have not. Really? Lucas. It's just pea milk, okay. Or blue pea milk. Doctors are useless in airline as well, but yeah, it's just leading active. For us, it's not that doctors are useless. It's more that the entire healthcare system is so overburdened that doctors don't have time for their patients, basically, because there's too many, is the issue. Like, our province has not created incentives to bring doctors in, which means there's a shortage, which means they're all working really long, stupid hours, which means our family doctors don't have time for us. I mean, they won't even meeting patients. Yeah, so our family doctor, that we're losing in December, I guess, did start seeing patients back in person. We've just been having phone communication on our end because it's just easier for us. And you wanted latte art. Don't know what I'm doing. You said you wanted latte art. You didn't say you wanted it to be fancy and good. There you go. Actually, well, like, looks kind of cool. Actually, looking at it that way. A cup of blue latte with a masterpiece on it for you, sir. A masterpiece, eh? I like your confidence. Anyways, cheers. Nice. Thanks, Don. So, what's up, kid? All's well, Pops. I'm waiting for the lady to arrive. Oh, so Miss Riona's coming? Yep, she should be here soon. Last couple of days have been really intense for us. You get that at the moment. Your hair is longer, so you're not used to it. Not used to being like this, normally have short hair. I've been growing out my hair on my end. And trying to regrow the front and top with medication. We'll see if that works. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night. Oh, why? Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff. Tisk. What? What is it? I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule's probably not like everyone else's, but I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits unnecessarily. Although I know next to nothing about Benji biology, doesn't she do late night deliveries? Oh, sometimes she does deliveries until morning. Then never mind, kid, forget everything I said earlier. Phew. I was like, oh man, what stupid thing did I do this time? Nah, I was just pulling your leg. You're both adults, I was just playing around as the nosy and annoying old guy. Alright, be right back. This is a little bit longer than I thought, so I will be right back in just a moment. I'm back. I thought I'd muted, but I guess I did not. So you guys heard me smack my knee. You're both adults. I was just playing around as a nosy and annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking, especially considering what happened the first time you two met. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I mean by me doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know? It happens. As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from time to time. Yep. Here's Riona. Welcome, Miss Riona. Hello. Lady, finally, you're here. Good evening, miss. Hi, everyone. Was the traffic bad for you? Traffic bad for you? No, not at all. I had to deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologize. Nah, you're not late. I'm just early. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, please. I'd like a cup of mild coffee, sweetened with a lot of honey, if you would. Coffee, honey, honey. Here you go. Honey coffee. Excuse me. That's what I used to order back in the day. Really? So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? Not done playing the role of annoying and noisy old guy, that's all. Jeez. Anyway, the truth is, me and the lady here have been discussing this show's format. Oh, how goes it so far? We're almost there, right? I think, yes. We've been discussing it quite intensely the past couple of days. We're at the point where things are beginning to take shape. But it's just not quite there yet. But almost. That's why I've been staying up late, organizing all these ideas into a deck. We're making a new show proposal to pitch to my team. Are you two going to work together then? In a way, yes. It is my intention to act as Lucas's guide to the city. I'm going to have him drive too, sometimes. Yeah. I don't want her to always drive me around, but I might need some time to get used to driving again. Is that okay? Of course. My suggestion would be for us to drive across the Evergreen Point Bridge. On days when there's less traffic, when the sun is out, it will make you feel good, I'm sure of it. Okay, let's do it. Anyway, so that's what's been happening. Meanwhile, I've been helping her find auditions. I was unaware there were many ways to find audition leads online. There are. There really are. Again, I didn't expect that the last 2 days would be that much longer. So I'm just going to take a look at the status of raids. Make sure they're still blocked. Yeah, they were only blocked for 8 more minutes. There we go. Lock. Cool. So I guess I could have waited to block raids. Whoops. I was unaware there were many ways to find audition leads online. You still have to vet them though, because there are so many fakes out there. But I'll help you with that, don't worry. Okay. Well, sounds good, y'all. Complete Lucas and Rihanna's normal story arcs. Okay, so I didn't get the good, but we did decent. Well, sounds good, y'all. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you. Might have to leave soon. Huh? Why? I haven't eaten anything substantial since this morning. It was a really busy day. Oh, word. Let's go then. Oh, you can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back. Nah, let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss. Huh, you're right. Okay, if you're fine with it, I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me. Roger that. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything. You too. You too. Bye, Don. See you again soon. Bye. So, just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that. I have to go soon too, though. Duty calls. Sure. Oh, yeah. I figured that Freya would be showing up finally on the last day since she hasn't been there since... Was she even there on the first day? Hello, Don. How are you? Freya. Hey, Miss Greenhair. Hey, officer. Long time no see. I heard you've been going around the world, huh? Around the world is a bit much, but I've been somewhere. I'm glad to see you here, Freya. Well, as much as I'd like to stay in chat, duty calls. Aw, that sucks. I missed you. Well, see you later then, Georgie. Yeah, don't forget to tell Dawn the truth, okay? Later, Dawn. I will. The truth? Let me move over there. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend. Dawn, what's up? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last-minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my first order ever? Espresso? Yep, you have a good memory. The first time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now. I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Thank you. One espresso for me, please. Bop, bop, bop. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Here's your espresso, darling. Here you go, Freya. Cup of triple shot espresso for you. Great! Again, this deep aroma and such stellar flavor. Thanks. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? Which part? Something about telling me the truth? Well, about that. Okay. I'm leaving for a Whiter's residence soon, and it's really, really far away. What? I know. It was impulsive. It was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month, not really expecting anything. But we got accepted, and somehow it's for this year's rotation, which means I need to pack and get ready real soon. It's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long is it going to be? I don't know, probably a few months. But I might try to keep traveling after that. Okay. Don? Are you sad? Nope. Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aw. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it, everything. Alright. So it started around 2 weeks ago? Aqua's still working on her game while Myrtle focuses on her job. It's still clear they still have some snags in communication with each other, but they're not giving up. Blech. Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian Steppe. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread around all of Seattle, and Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms, to Hyde's obvious displeasure and joy. Lua and Bailey's bought a little house with large windows, a small garden, and an extra bedroom. Aww. Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function when the time is right. The Neko Mel X Remy collaboration was a success as the new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, her true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she says. Rion and Lucas often come to the coffee shop after his driving lessons to discuss a variety of topics. It looks like they're taking it slow and playing things carefully as they match up their working schedules. Fortunately, the vandalism ended before the rumors could worsen. Thanks, Georgie. Sometimes a lone officer can be seen placing flowers where the dead trees once stood. So we didn't get the best ending, but we did good. In memoriam, Mohammed Fahmy Asni, we love you. So Coffee Talk 2. I enjoyed it just as much as the first one. I do love that it continued the story of the old characters and actually brought some new characters in as well. And I'm assuming, like, the music's great and all that. The coffee portion is the one portion that I don't personally care so much about, like actually making the drinks perfectly. So that's why you guys have been seeing me just look up the guides, whatever. I don't personally care as much. But yeah, overall, it's been an amazing adventure, and I'm sure that with the new one coming out in 2025, and I'm sure we'll play it at some point after it's released. I'm assuming, like, it's going to be in an entirely different area, so we're not going to be in Seattle, as far as I'm aware. We'll be in Japan, Tokyo, I think. So I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of new faces, because it's a completely different area. We might see some old faces as well, though I would assume less likely. I would assume, anyways. But we might, depending on the characters. Like, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't see Georgie, just because Georgie's part of the police force. I guess we could see either Rachel or Lucas, or even Riona, because they're kind of in the entertainment / showbiz business, which means they could travel. Oh, Hendry's too, technically, because he's Rachel's manager. And I guess Silver's now traveling, so we could possibly see Silver, because he's traveling outside of Seattle now. Is there an after credit scene like the first one? Yes, there is. Let's snooze those. Miss Riona, hello again. Hello. I dropped something here a long time ago, so I'm here to get it. Oh, what item was it? It's fine, I've got it. It was right under the seat. Really, huh? I always made sure to check everything before closing, too. There are times when we simply miss things. Particularly if it is a task that we have performed numerous times. That's true. I guess it's a sign for me to double check everything. Why is it blue? It may or may not be. I have a feeling you will find something of interest either way. There's even the possibility of gaining complete understanding of everything. Or everyone. Pardon? I didn't quite catch that. Have a good evening, Dawn. Okay, have a safe trip, Miss Riona. Huh? Oh well, looks like no one else will be coming tonight. Might as well check on... What was that? That sounded like it came from inside the drawer. What the? The missing items? They're here. But they vanished a while ago. Now what is really going on? Now I've seen part of the image, but there are still many details to discover. So because I didn't get the perfect ending, I don't get to see everything? I don't know. But either way, it was an amazing time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below.